Welcome back to Home Improvement Woodworking. We've recently shared some exterior projects we've been working on in our Victorian home, but today we're focused on the living room. We've got a number of things that we're going to be working on here. Paint color, we've got a built-in cabinet I'm going to build, we've got wall sconces we're going to change, we've got window coverings, rugs, we've got flooring that needs to be repaired, a number of different things as part of this project. We're going to share with you all the details of how we go through the design and the transformation of the space. Stick with us, we'll show you how it's done.
We run a furniture restoration business and love older homes. Over the years, we've renovated and updated our homes, one of which was featured in a national magazine. We have now purchased our dream home, a Queen Anne Victorian in a historic small town. It has some beautiful character but needs updating. Follow along on our journey as we improve and update this home. Welcome to Home Improvement Woodworking.
So I'll give you the rundown of what we're doing and we're not doing in this living room. So we're going through painting, we're going through lighting. For lighting, we're going to be changing up the sconces here to something that's more appropriate for the design. And we've got some lamps that we might be changing out as well. We'll have to see how that goes. We've got some artwork here we're happy with, but the framing and mat is likely going to have to change depending on how we design the space. The ceiling in our home has a cove, and it's not something you'd find in a Victorian home. So we need to come up with some design details here to add some character. Beside the fireplace, we set up a bookshelf here I built in the 90s for our house in Toronto. And while we like the idea of a bookshelf, it's not the right scale here. We need something that's full width, and we like some cabinets on the bottom. We've got furniture, new furniture, perhaps restored furniture, or even furniture that I build. We've got touch-up of the flooring that we need to do. The rugs need to define spaces in this room, so that will be part of the scope. Also, we've got some window coverings that we need to change out. For window coverings, these are the curtains that were in the space, and it's a little bit too formal for our taste. So we've experimented a little bit with cafe curtains. These were from the kitchen, and we like that look. We just need to find a curtain that's going to work for our style. We're going to cover off the artwork that we're putting in the space, and we've also got a fireplace insert that we're putting into this fireplace here. So we've got a gas fireplace. There are two things that we're not doing in this space. Ideally, we would replace the flooring here, but as soon as we do this, we have to replace the flooring in all of the house. For the flooring, there have been some areas that have been patched like this, but they haven't been finished well. There are other spots that are a little bit worn and need a touch-up, and there are some spots that have plywood that need flooring patched into them. So that will be part of the scope of work. We're also going through window restoration. That in itself is a bunch of work. So there's several windows here that need to be restored. We'll deal with that in a separate project. So let's talk about what the design inspiration is. Lori's behind the camera here, and we've talked about this a number of different times. What do we want in this space? And we've talked about we want cozy, we want warm. What else, Lori? Timeless?
Timeless. Just like a casual elegance. We just want it warm and cozy.
Yeah, so the idea of timeless, not fancy, yeah. Timeless elegance is really what we're aiming for. So we're going to share with you in this video, in this series, the painting of the space and the design. Now, why would we paint before we know the design? We're finding this red color really distracting. In trying to understand the colors we've got here on this tile here, this is original to the house and to the fireplace mantle and even to the brass. The red is so distracting in reading it. So we're looking for a neutral palette. We've chosen a couple of colors. We're tinting the primer. Lori, what was the primer color we're using?
Feather Down, Benjamin Moore.
Okay, so we've tinted the primer so we get an idea of a lighter color. We have to prime anyway. And then the finish color that we've gone with?
It's part of Benjamin Moore's historic palette and colors, and it's bleaker beige.
Okay, so we're going to put a neutral on the wall here. That will allow us to really appreciate the wood tone and the color in here, which will be part of the design that we're aiming for. Now you understand the scope of the work we're doing in this video series. Next, we're going to prime and paint, and then we can confidently start working on our design.
Scott is sanding the walls to prepare them for primer, and also knocking down the ridge where the red paint transitions to white so it won't be visible through the paint. that the primer's on the wall, it seems so much brighter in here, and I can't wait to see the paint color because it'll make the room so much warmer. So we're raising the height of the paint in the room, but because we don't have defined corners where the wall meets the ceiling, Scott's created a jig that will define that line for us around the room.
We moved our existing furniture back into the space, and we now have a neutral palette to work with. So we're ready to start on the design. But I want to let you know, if you've got suggestions or you've got ideas you want to share with us, put them in the video comments. You can put links in there as well. And in the video description, we'll put a link to our Pinterest board so you can see some of the design inspiration we've got. Let me show you some of the character that we fell in love with when we bought this house that serve as a foundation for this design. Lori and I shopped for some rugs, and what we've learned is we don't want something that's traditional, but we also don't want something that's modern. So this is what's referred to as transitional. So we're not sure about the colors yet, so this is really an experiment for us. We're going to roll these out, put the furniture down, and then use that to figure out where a design should go. The rug is looking very light and very silver compared to the warm tones in the furniture that we have and the wood tones. It's not working well with the fireplace hearth. Let's look at the other end of the room to look at that rug. This one's looking warmer, but it still has a bit of silver look to it. We're keeping our sofa, so we need to make sure it works there. Our coffee table, it needs to go. We need an entertainment unit, and we like the color of wood here, so we might stick with that color. Our two slip-covered chairs look coastal, so we'll need to change out the coverings. And here's an example of a wood table that will really work. We'd like to find more of these. So this rug isn't working for us either. Let's do another experiment. We've put two green runners down here to see how that might work in the space. Comparing them to the tile on the fireplace, it's just not going to work. It's going to be too difficult to find something that matches, so we need to step back, I think, from the green. There are some colors in here, though, that might work. There are some reds, there's some blues, there's some camel color, there's some cream, so we'll have to look more at Pinterest to see what we can find. As we prepare for our next rug shopping trip, what we wanted to do is lay out the design for you. So this is giving you an idea of the feel that we're looking for in the room. Very neutral palette, introducing some brass and some shades like this. Those will be on the sconces. Some natural elements as well, sort of to soften that. Now, we stumbled across plaid. We're really liking this type of look, so we need to figure out how we're going to add pops of color to the room, and that might be one of the ways that we do that. I'm also going to be building a bookshelf over here, and I'll show you a specific video on that, as well as adding crown molding so we elevate the architectural detail in this room. We've got a number of other projects going on at the same time. You can watch those as we release the videos. You can see all the things we're doing to improve and to preserve our Victorian home.